What is up, dude?
What is
my
up, dude? All right,
God.
this is so funny.
my-
So, who has a podcast with their own like sibling on there, like a podcast with? Well, welcome to the Potato Water Podcast, and here's my son. I'm going to interview my son, or my son's going to interview me. I have no idea where this is going or whatever, but it's kind of cool because it is a second gen business. Right? And everything, like all this, like I don't even know where to go, but it's second gen. You're taking over the store, you're running things, you're doing things. You got all this technology. I'm like a dinosaur now, and it's all whatever. I'm just eating dust.
You're the legend, the myth, the legend, the bad influence.
Yeah. So my first question for you is, what's it like being the sibling of a crushing killer good artist that's world famous?
The sibling.
No,
You're my
sibling.
dad.
Yeah, not sibling. What, nepotism. That's
What's
the word we
the-
need. No, that didn't work.
What's it like?
No, the question would be, what's it like to live in the shadow of someone so cool like me? I'm so sorry. It's
No.
that you know that's so not me.
No, but I love it because my whole career, like, I always wanted to be a rapper and everything. Like, I wanted to be the rock star. I wanted to be in the spotlight. And you know what I learned, and this is probably what a lot of other artists are experiencing, is you have to be on social media, you have to be making videos. But you know what? It's really hard to make videos of yourself.
Oh, it's terrible. I
And
hate
post them.
it. I hate
But
it.
if you have somebody filming you and editing them and putting them out, then it's not that bad. It's because it's like you can't edit your own videos because
No,
you're
you
so
can't.
cringe on yourself.
You
You
can't.
never want anybody else to see that. But if somebody else is just putting those out for you without, and then maybe they pop up and you see them and you're like, ooh, ooh, ooh. But eventually it gets to that point where you're starting to be like, okay, well, that actually wasn't too bad. And
It does, yeah,
know?
yeah. And I always hope that it never gets further than that. That you start going, huh? I love me. I like that. I'm sort of cool.
no, it should get to that.
I know.
stage.
Some guys are
That's
like that.
How it,
And I know that the
no,
most
because you start out so bad that it is cringe, and it is cringe to everyone else, and it is cringe to you. But if you can get through that phase and get to the point where you are just starting to like your videos, then
Yeah.
it's all sky.
I
From
meant
here.
I just meant I didn't want to start liking myself so much that, but
Not yourself, the videos.
well, I know
itself,
the videos, but some
content.
people like dig themselves, like they get all.
yeah.
But I would say that in this world of entertainment, in whatever genre it is, most of the most successful people love themselves. Your Elvises and the Beatles and whatever were like when John Lennon says, "Yeah, well, whatever you want, we're bigger than Jesus right now."
Yeah.
And it's like, whoa, hang on a minute, but
But take it back 10 years with Elvis or,
yeah,
Lennon.
no, I mean, everybody, all the guys like Andy Warhol, they believed in themselves. They didn't care. Freddie Mercury believed in himself. They believed in themselves that they were going to be fantastic and great. Elton John.
They did believe in themselves, but if they had content like we have content now, like short content,
Yeah.
like back then, the only way you got opened up to the entire world is if, you were already phenomenal. And that's when you got picked up by a label, and there were gates. And now there's no gates. Anybody can
be famous right now.
And honestly, in social media, you think of followers. Everybody's so attracted to, oh, I have 90,000 followers, or oh, I have 2,000 followers. Take that and throw it away. Because you can have 3 million followers and get 3,000 views, or you can have 3,000 followers and get 3 million views.
Yeah.
And because what ended up happening with the algorithm is it is all content based now. How good your content is how good you'll do.
Yes. Yeah, they want. So for you, I think what you told me was you need to be super frequent. So they don't be lazy and not post stuff. You need to be frequent, but you need to be relevant. Like you got to have good content. you could do 5 videos a day. If your content sucks, you're not in. You could do 1 video a day. They just want to know this is good, and it's so hard. And I'm old, and like if this all went away tomorrow, and I had to go back to reading Time magazine, I'd probably be happy.
Yeah,
okay,
no
but I'm
doubt.
sorry, it's so.
And I wish magazines too would like make a comeback, but it's just
Instagram's basically a magazine.
It is. Yeah.
It is. It's like a magazine. It's, you just flip through the pages and there's ads and whatever, and then there's a little article that you read once in a while. And I don't know. This is all. Oh, I'm so far behind, and the world's changing before my eyes. When I got in this business, when I started and got into a gallery, the galleries took 30%. And I was told when I started in Peter's Gallery and Gallery West, which is like so, probably there's no one alive that even remembers that gallery. When I got in that gallery as a youngster, they said, okay, just so you realize, we're going from 30% to 35%. So your margins may change. And I was like, I don't get, man, I'm in a gallery. If you sell a painting, I'm so happy. And then it went from 30 to 35 to 40. And in a blink of an eye, within those 10 years, it went to 50%. They're taking 50% of your money. Now, galleries are falling by the wayside, left, right, and center. And you, I bitch about galleries. I got a couple of good galleries, like Gallery 421 Kelowna. Love, man, just still tried and true. I love the philosophy of that. But man, galleries will say, oh yeah, we'll take 50%. And then you're going to have a show, and then you're going to have to pay for half the catering and half the invites. And I'm like, what the hell are you doing? You got a wall space, that's it. Oh, and you should invite. And galleries now say to you, when you go to get in a gallery, they're like, let me see what your web presence is. Are you on social media? How good are you before we accept you? And I'm like, so how good am I at selling my own shit so that you can take
my shit?
So you can rob me of all my money? I'm like, smoking crack, you guys. Get off the pot.
Not necessarily. It's cross promotion. It is all it is.
And if it's good cross promotion,
galleries are hurting themselves.
They are. Absolutely, they are.
Absolutely. And so I can't even say absolutely to that. It's not like I completely know, but
no, there's still some good galleries.
And it's even like hiring teachers for the store. You know, the newer teachers that I've hired, I'm looking on Instagram for them, and I'm looking for an Instagram presence because
it helps.
It's going to help. Of course, it does everything.
And I understand why a gallery. In this day, I wouldn't hire someone that didn't, if you're like gonna rely on your sole income for everything I do, and you're not doing your own little bit of marketing, yeah, I worry about that. But some galleries are now like, oh, let's see what you do. And I do so much, it's like, why would I even have a gallery now? So yeah, there's a little bit of
also because you know what? Galleries are extremely important because nobody buys art online.
No,
the only time I just want to go on this. Okay, go. Yeah, for sure. Go. The only time somebody's gonna buy art online, and I've done many websites for people, and Marla Blackwell, I did her website, and she came to me and she said, okay, I forget the exact website, but she said, hey, I kind of want my website to be like this one, which I think was something like the Paint Spot or something, but I think that's an online store. But besides the point,
Kim.
The online store that she was selling or telling me to reference her website about was selling paintings, and it was a whole collaboration of artists, and their selling point was like $50 to $200. So if you're in that market, then of course they're going to sell online, no problem. Yeah. But as soon as you breach the $500 to $2,000 mark, people want to see that in person.
Oh, they're not going to. No one's buying a $2,000 painting online without actually seeing it.
Exactly.
I mean, unless they know the artist, seen the artist, been there. I mean, there could be a rare instance. But they would know the artist. They would know and trust. They'd probably call the artist and going, hey, I just saw this work. We need to talk.
Yeah.
Right? There's just no, people aren't going to buy that. Yeah, Oh, cheap. Oh, I love this painting. I'll buy it online, whatever. I know my friend Kathy Hale, good artist, Kelowna, Winfield, whatever. You know, I could hear her going, I live in Winfield. You know. Anyway, she saw a painting online. I think it's a Henry Ann painting. It's a figure painting. But she saw it online and said, I have to have this. I love it. But she called him to talk to him about it because she needed to make sure. It's this size. How about the shipping? What are we doing? You know, is it going to look this way?
Sketchy.
Yeah, like, I mean, and listen, Henry Ann's, I mean, he's been in the store. He's taught for us. Killer good guy. A shout out to, come back, Henry, please.
Damn
come
right.
back.
Damn right. He was awesome.
But the point is that she reached out to him. This was not, you know, oh, PayPal, I bought a painting. Yay. Because this painting was, I don't know, $2,500 or something. I don't know what she paid for it. It was a chunk of change. But she reached out and they had a conversation about it and how's it going to be shipped and what are we doing here? Not a lot of people are just buying more expensive art online. $200, I get it. Yeah. Okay, fine.
Exactly. And yeah, like, and so that is why galleries are so important still, is because if you're ever going to buy a piece, and also I want to touch on this, is brand. A lot of people think like, when people buy a painting, good, thank you. When people buy a painting, a lot of people think it's just about the painting. But okay, take Nike shoes, or Nike, as you would say. It's a fucking shoe. What you're paying for is that swoop. That swoop is worth $2 trillion.
It is absolutely.
You're painting that signature at the bottom that you don't care to do after you've painted this magnificent painting, and you're just like, oh, I don't really want to sign it. Like, oh, is that too, you know, like this and that? And it's like, you grab your little liner brush and you frickin' make sure you have a good signature and practice your signature too. I'm not even a painter, but I know marketing.
Oh, hey, I was told by my teacher early on, Norm Brown, is when you put your name on that painting, you're saying two things. You're putting your name on that painting because you've done the absolute best that you can. And you're putting your whole life behind that, saying, I just did this, I signed and approved it, and it's done. And you also put that name on there because that's a little bit of your, I wouldn't say brand, but that's your stamp. That's the swoosh that you just look at the swoosh, right? And the swoosh is kind of cool. My signature is what it is, but I also put my signature on there because I have done the best that I can. And I'm telling you, when I put my name in there, I stand behind it. So I always say, you know, I've had people come to me and say in the store, oh, you did such a good thing of branding yourself. And I'm like, okay, you're confusing logos and signage and everything with a brand. A brand is not your signature, your logo, and all of this stuff. A brand, Harley Davidson's brand, all that logo and stuff, when you see it, when you buy a Harley Davidson, you're not buying a motorcycle, you're buying a lifestyle. You're buying into that whole thing.
Then there's that whole dynamic.
Yeah. So what I say is, when I sign a painting, you're buying into a brand of, I like this style of painting. I want to own. This is the genre that I like. This is the style I like. I want that painting to represent me in my house as what I dig, and that's kind of a brand. And so that's why you get a so.
But also,
okay, hang on. Let me go back.
Go ahead.
Just to say, so you go and buy a painting because you love the painting, and you also love the artist. You love the style. You love the personality of the artist. I own art that's upstairs. I would say it's upstairs. It's not even upstairs. I own art by people that the painting itself is very good. It's a good painting. I like the painting. It's very well done. And wow, look at that painting. But I can't stand the artist. was like, nah, I don't like you. You're kind of a dick. And now
Totally.
I don't want to look at the painting, even though it's good. When you get a repertoire with the artist as well and you meet them and they're cool and they're good, you get this whole experience. And that's part of the brand. I don't have a brand like Harley Davidson where I can go, this is a lifestyle. But if you meet me, I've had many people buy more paintings from me. I love this guy, man. He's so cool. He's fun. And I just had some people from Red Deer in. Oh, they bought a couple of paintings and they send me photos and go,
Greg.
here. They're so proud to have my art on their wall. They send me a picture of it framed on their wall and I get it. And I'm kind of shy going, well, whatever, but I really dig that. I'm like, look, my art is on their wall and I don't know. So that's kind of a brandy kind of maybe thing too. But if you don't like the artist, man, that shit can go south pretty fast.
The thing with artists is what you're touching on is, so a company can be a brand, and a lot of companies have even fictitious characters as their brand. Look at the Geico insurance.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
Right? Blah, 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 blah. But that's their Doug Swinton, right? That's their, friendly character. If you told me from frickin', Greg whatever owns Geico, I don't know, but I know the gecko.
I know, right?
Right?
Because the gecko was kind of cool, right?
You, as an artist, are the gecko.
Yeah.
You know what I mean by that? Not like that.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, it's very true. Because as an artist,
right.
your personality and how you portray
yes,
people and
a person can be a brand as well. You're your own brand.
It's your own brand.
Absolutely.
And that's what you're building on Instagram. And that is why it's so important. That's why it's half the battle nowadays. I'm sorry to tell you, but posting every day and how much you don't want to do it. And if you don't want to do it, then pay the piper and pay somebody to be a videographer and do that.
Absolutely.
Otherwise, you're frickin' hooped nowadays.
You are. It's just the way that it is. And I've had many people come to me saying, well, I want to sell art and I want to do this and that. And I tell them, let me see your website. Let me see your online presence. And I go, I'm the worst because I'm an old dude and I hate all this
you
crap.
Post every day.
I know.
God damn. I told somebody, actually Greg, who you just spoke of, who bought your boat painting, he called me and he was like, okay, so I bought the boat demo from Doug, but what I would like to go along with it is, do you have a video of him doing that? And I was like, I totally have a video of him doing that.
I know, he asked that. That's super cool.
And I asked him, I was like, well, would you like it sped up or would you like it, slow-mo and you can hear him talking in the background? And he was like, well, what's easier for you? Anyway, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
I sent it to him sped up, but it goes back to the brand because he's such an admirer of you that not only did he buy the painting, he wants the video to go along with it. And what else? Like,
I know. Okay, that's super cool. It's kind of embarrassing and whatever. So let's move on. You know me.
Stop blushing.
Yeah, I'm always like that. But yeah. So the cool thing for me now is having you take over the store, and all I ever get is, oh my God, your son is like so nice. He's so good. And everybody goes, oh, I thought that was you. You guys sound the same. I don't know. I don't think we sound the same, but they all say we sound the same. Isn't that weird?
Well, you stole my freaking thing that I say to people.
What is that?
I say every single time somebody says, oh, you sound like your dad, I always say, well, I hear that a lot, but I don't hear that out of my voice.